Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another awesome real estate video. You know the drill, guys. Like, subscribe, and follow. So I have some awesome news, and we're talking about the 10 hottest cities in the country for you to purchase according to Zillow. The notes that I brought with us today is coming directly from Zillow.com. So I know that a lot of home buyers and sellers alike like to go on Zillow when you are starting your home search, or maybe even if you're thinking about selling your house, right? A lot of people use Zillow, so I thought it would be cool to get some data and let's talk about it, okay? So this article is titled The 10 Hottest Housing Markets for 2025. Now, I already did a list like this from Realtor.com. We may go into Realtor.com and see what their predictions are, because some of the cities that are on Zillow's list was not on Realtor's list. So that's pretty interesting. But let's get into it, guys. As you know, mortgage rates are volatile. And so people are looking to purchase in cities and counties that are more affordable. So all of these top 10 markets are considered affordable. And according to Zillow and many other economists, the reason being is because interest rates are still kind of moderately higher than what people are used to. And we also already had inflated home prices. People are looking for the best deal. So that's what these markets have in common, that they are pretty much in affordable markets and they sell faster than the national average. Okay, what you want to do is check out these cities, right? If you are someone that lives in a surrounding area and it makes sense to buy a little bit further away from the city, these are just the top 10 cities that Zillow chose to highlight. But I can tell you this as a realtor in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, there are counties in our area that you still will have a competitive edge. We're still going to be able to find houses that are affordable, and you will get ahead of the summer spring wave that's coming. If you're thinking about selling your house, pay attention to this as well, because if you waiting to sell your house can actually work in your benefits the more competitive the market gets in the spring and the summer. But for home sellers, we're all kind of watching to see what's going to happen, because honestly, we don't know if people are going to go on a housing sale frenzy when they have to go back to work closer to the city. It may not be as desirable for people to live further away from the city. As you know, this video is being filmed February 4th, 2025, and the latest news is that there is a federal government hiring freeze and federal workers have all been called back to work. So that can have an effect on the housing market. I told you guys that we're going to wait until February 15th to see if we could start getting some data on that. But back to this list, okay? So what makes these markets hot? To come up with the list of the hottest markets, Zillow analyzed the 50 largest U.S. metro areas for the following: home value growth, okay, projected change in owner-occupied households, job growth compared to new construction, and the speed at which homes are sold. Okay, guys, those are criterias. All right. New jobs often attract new residents, and with that comes increasing competition for homes, which can drive home prices higher unless new construction, meaning more houses, come on the market. So we just talked about that. New construction can keep up with the revved up demand, and rising numbers of owner occupied households is a sign of family formation and population growth. So meaning, if you're looking at areas where more people are home owners, that's a positive sign that that area is growing in population. Okay, The top 10 hottest large metros for 2025. Only 4 metros from last year's list made the cut for 2025, representing a shift away from some of the hot markets in Florida and Ohio, which dominated last year. We already know Florida has had some housing situations with the last natural disaster, and also with homeowners insurance basically bailing on the state of Florida. That has taken a negative effect, so it's no surprise that they did not make this list. But let's get right into the list, guys. So number 10 is Salt Lake City, Utah. Salt Lake City has 10 ski resorts within an hour's drive of its airport, making it a world-class destination for skiers and outdoor enthusiasts. I didn't know that. The growing, increasingly diverse population has juiced the local real estate market in recent years. Home values here are expected to grow by 2.3% in 2025, pushing the typical home value to $555,000, guys. Homes in that area are selling in about 19 days, okay? And if you are watching this video from the DMV, you already know our national home price. I told y'all in the video from yesterday, the national sales price in DC, Maryland, and Virginia is about $685,000. So our market is already $300,000 higher than Salt Lake City, Utah. But Salt Lake City, Utah is a top 10 destination according to Zillow. Coming in at number 9, very close to the DMV, but not a part of the DMV, Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, Virginia is the capital of Virginia. It's steeped in colonial history, is one of the nation's oldest cities. Today, it has a thriving social dining art scene and a real estate market that's been on a tear in recent years. Things should be calmer in 2025, with forecasted growth in home values to go up by 2.9%. Buyers here should come prepared. Richmond is getting nitty gritty. They say homes are only staying on the market 9 days in Richmond, Virginia. Guys, I know that this is to be true. I have a lot of clients who have moved further out in Virginia. Not only are houses selling fast there, they are doing a lot of new construction down in that area of Richmond. So definitely, if you are someone who has been thinking about leaving the city and thinking about moving to Richmond, get down there because you're going to find homes priced affordably. Kansas City, Missouri comes in at number 8. Charlotte, North Carolina comes in at number 7. That's very much neighboring to the southern points of Virginia. So Richmond to North Carolina, probably 2 hours. Good sign there. And the typical home value in Charlotte, North Carolina is $389,000. I know for my people in the DMV, that sounds very attractive to say, because $389,000 is not everywhere in the DMV will that get you a single family home. Let me see what the average sales price in Kansas, Missouri, because I didn't tell y'all. Average sales price in Kansas, Missouri is $307,000, and their houses are selling within 9 days. So yeah, that's Kansas, Missouri. Charlotte, North Carolina, guys, I said their homes were selling in 9 days. Charlotte, North Carolina homes are selling within 20 days, and they are about the $390,000 mark, right? Number 6 on the list is St. Louis, Missouri. So Missouri is on there twice. And remember what I told you guys, just because these are the cities that made the list doesn't mean that other cities in Missouri are not going to be hot. If you are someone that has business in Missouri, I suggest, and you're thinking about buying a house, I suggest you start checking these areas out, okay? In Missouri, you're looking at an average sales price of $255,000. That is excellent. In the DMV, that's gonna get you a condo, maybe a townhouse, okay? Average days on market in St. Louis is 8 days. Number 5 on the list, Congratulations to the city of brotherly love. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. So Philly is number 5 on the top 10 hottest real estate markets to watch in 2025. The average sales price in Philly, let's see. Zillow did not give us the average sales price in Philly, so we will look that up. But the average days on market is 11 days, and they're looking at a modest 2.6% growth in home value, okay? So still pretty hot. Any homes that are selling in, I would say, 20 days or less, that's a hot market, okay? That's a very hot market. Number 4 on the list is Hartford, Connecticut, and their average sales price is about $380,000. So pretty consistent with some of the others on the list. Providence, Rhode Island is number 3 on the list. They have a 12-day on the market forecast, and we don't have their average sales price here. Number 2 on the list, guys, is Indianapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis is about 2 weeks on market before they get a contract, and their average sales price $285,000. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Number 1 on the list, Buffalo, New York. And I can't believe it. The typical home is forecasted to rise 2.8%, giving them an average home value of $270,000. I'm rounding up, guys. And these homes are selling in 12 days, y'all. That is pretty amazing. What do you need to know if you are buying in a competitive market? I'm going to give y'all this nugget because y'all stayed with me this long. Prepare yourself by getting your finances in order. I have already made a lot of videos about this, guys. If you are purchasing in a hot market, right? These are the top 10 that Zillow just told us about. I am a realtor in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and this is true for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. You want to get your finances in order. You want to get your pre-approval, and you want to be able to move quickly when you are out putting in offers with your realtors. You want to know, already have a home inspector in mind. You're more than likely going to be buying a house as is, but you can negotiate a home inspection for information purposes only. And this is going to allow you to look at the house, inspect the house, see if there's anything that maybe you don't want to deal with or the seller doesn't want to give you a credit for. Because just because they tell you the house is being sold as is doesn't mean that they're not willing to fix some things, okay? So just make sure you hire a realtor that is able to negotiate these things for you, but have a home inspector in mind, right? I made a video earlier where I spoke about the lender and the realtor being your top 2 players on your team to becoming a homeowner. The number 3 is a home inspector. If you are able to get a home inspection, some markets are so hot, literally like the DMV was like that over the summer, that a lot of homeowners had to get an inspection after they bought their house. We basically were buying as is, trusting like the seller or trusting the HOA resale documents, because if you don't know, if you're purchasing in an HOA, there are certain regulations that the homeowners have to meet in order to sell their house. So they get like a little mini home inspection to make sure everything is within compliance, which will be your workaround if the market is really competitive and you have to waive that home inspection. If you're purchasing in a community that has an HOA or a condo community, when you get that resale packet, the condo association or homeowners association did a mini inspection, so at least you know that the house that you're purchasing doesn't have any outstanding fines with their homeowners or condo association. That's very important. Home inspection, I told you guys how to negotiate that if you are able to, but when the market gets more competitive, you're gonna be passing up that home inspection. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys, because that is how the market is, okay? And so have your home inspector in mind. And you want to know, pay attention to how many days on the market a house is lasting. If your realtor says, no, listen, we got to make an offer on this one or we're going to lose it, just be okay with that. If you're not prepared, don't put an offer if you don't feel like it. But just know that if you get all these things in alignment before you write that offer, you will be in a position to write an offer, okay? So, what else do I have for you guys? That's pretty much it on today's video. I just want you to know that the market is shifting, and we have cities that we just shared with you today where the market is still hot. Remember how I told you guys, I'm going to always talk about DC, Maryland, and Virginia because that's where I work, right? But if you are someplace else in the country, pay attention to the news. Pay attention to the real estate news in your county, in your city, so that when it does come time for you to buy, you're making an educated guess, right? Your realtor, we're going to help you no matter what, but we can't make certain decisions, okay? My goal here on this channel is for you to be an educated homeowner, for you to be an educated home buyer, for you to have all the knowledge you need if you're going to sell your house or you're going to buy your house, because knowing your market is the same for home buyers as it is for home sellers, right? All of these markets that are hot, if you own a house, you've been facing foreclosure, you don't know how you're going to pay the mortgage, or you need to downsize, or you want to go up, you want to move into a bigger house, you want to move into a bigger city. Understand, if you're in a hot market, ching ching, it's time to cash in on that equity, right? I've made a video for my sellers already letting you know that your equity is based off of the market value right now. What are people willing to pay for your house right now? That's why it's very important for you to get a home market analysis, a professional market analysis, so that we know what the market value of your house is right now in today's market. Typical market analysis is going to last you 30 days. Every 30 days, you should be working with the realtor to keep you up to date so you know how much equity you have in your house, okay? And for some of y'all, I know I've done some market analysis, and I've even done some listing appointments where I will go and do a walkthrough on a person's house, and I sit down and we do the pre-qualification, you know, like they're interviewing me, I'm interviewing them to even see if it's making sense for them to sell their house. Some of you just need a little motivation. Some of you are not in a position to sell your house, but you're starting to feel pressured, right? Because maybe you're getting the foreclosure letters. Maybe you are, you just lost your job, or maybe you are somebody that is facing, you know, some type of rearrangement in your company, and your uncertainty is making you feel like you might need to sell your house. It's very important that we do this market analysis. I can't speak for other realtors. I'm gonna speak for myself. When I do this type of market analysis with my home sellers, I am going to listen to you, and I'm going to see what your plan is. Also, luckily, forbearances are still a thing. There are banks that will work with you and that will help to keep you in your house. I don't want to go off topic on this video, but if that's something y'all want to hear more about, let me know in the comments below. For those of you that are in the top 10 cities that I just named, and you are watching my video and you want to become a home owner, get to it. Don't get tricked out your bag. Until we meet again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the video. Bye-bye. Or follow the channel, not the video. Follow the channel, y'all. Till we meet again. Bye.